This last fall, we had a couple that left from Ukraine. They had been working in a Central Asian country. As we began talking with the receiving church and the leaders of those churches, they said, "You've sent them here for 6 months. God is really using them. Can they please stay for another 3 months?" Well, we hadn't planned for that financially. So we contacted the churches here in Ukraine and began getting the word out. What can we do? Within a few weeks, I had a meeting with a deacon of one of the sending churches of this couple. And as he was walking up to me, he had this envelope full of "Good evening." That's Ukrainian money. It was stacked. And he was smiling. And he presented it to me and he said, "This is everything." And I didn't know what to say. He said, "This is everything from our church strongbox. This is everything from our church budget. This is everything from our latest offering." I was without words, and he went on and he said, "A year and a half ago, we sensed as a church that God was calling us to support His work for getting the message of the gospel to the nations." And he said, "We have been giving. We're not a very rich church, but ever since we've been giving in this way, God has never once stood us up." That was an incredible testimony to me about what God is doing to raise His people up, to engage the unreached in big, bold, faith step ways.
We live here in Ukraine in a very exciting time. For 20 years in Ukraine, there were Bible schools, seminaries started, many new churches had been started in that time and established. And now Ukraine has the vision to send their own missionaries. They're asking us the question, how to do it?
Send 3M is a service platform that's designed to help churches in Ukraine send workers to unreached people groups to establish reproducing churches. That's the whole purpose of our ministry. Now that's a large task. There's a lot involved in that. And there's 3 main aspects that describe all of that process. 1 is building awareness, 2 is training, and 3 is sending.
Thanks to Send International and the teaching materials they developed and the conferences they hold, churches have started praying more about missions. They have become more aware of the unreached people groups that live in Ukraine and have started sending more people to those groups, both within Ukraine and other countries.
Not everybody is ready to talk about missions in Ukraine, but we're seeing different regions are stepping up to the plate, different churches are catching the vision, God's lighting the lamp in the hearts of different believers throughout Ukraine, and they're beginning to talk about missions.